Hi guys, so today we're going to be doing fantasy makeup, which um, the name would imply that this is makeup for like a fantasy character, but what the book is actually talking about in this is anything that doesn't traditionally have a face. So this could be something like an object, like a clock, or, well, I guess those have faces, but let's see here, a sign or a chair, something like that. This could be a concept like love or your favorite song. This could be something like a season. So a few years ago I did Frost, so that's what these images are, coming up with some ideas of how Frost would look on the face. And then Frost and Frost. Yeah. And I'm actually gonna keep kind of riffing on that idea today. I'm gonna do a look that is more fall inspired. So I think I'm gonna do some leaves, and I did what you're not supposed to do. So I did not do a schematic or research for this, but I'm just going to more free form on my face what it's going to look like, and talk to you guys a little bit about that. But obviously, just like every other project, I'm going to expect you to do a schematic and have research images and plan out what you're going to do. Do as I say, not as I do. But yeah, so again, I'm going to be using the Mehron Makeup Colors, this palette, placing upside down and backwards. And whenever you're using really intense colors like this, I would recommend starting with your lightest colors and then working towards your darkest colors. So adding things. So I'm gonna put a leaf there, and another leaf around that eye, and just starting with the outline of what you want it to look like. I wanted that to be an oak leaf. I don't know if that's actually gonna be an oak leaf. This is putting a lot of faith in my ability to remember what oak leaves look like. And maybe a brown one down here. Yeah, it's just kind of mapping out on the face where everything is going to go and then filling that in. So I'm going to block color in now that I have lines, and then I'll be back. So you can definitely use the Mehron palettes, these guys, in conjunction with the cream palettes, but just keep in mind that these require water. They act like watercolors basically, and so if you already have cream makeup on your face, it's going to be more difficult to use those. So I'm gonna actually use my Bruise Wheel color wheel now to add in more details on top of this, because let's do some veins. It's a lot easier to add in details with the cream makeup on top of the on top of the watercolor makeup than it is to add details with watercolor makeup on top of the cream makeup. It's not impossible, it's just more difficult. Ginkgo leaf. So in this, just like you would with everything else, think about your highlights and shadows. So think about how the light and shadow would be hitting this. So even though it's fantasy, even though it's made up, even though it's all pretend, it's still based on something from reality, right? There's actually leaves that exist. So adding in shadows underneath the leaf edge is going to help to establish more depth to it. Going in with white and putting highlights on top of it can help delineate those edges and help sell it, right? Yeah, so highlights, shadows, details. Also, don't be afraid to add things in to your makeup look. So if you wanted to, I don't know, make little paper leaves and secure them onto your face with spirit gum, that would also be an option. Obviously, you still have to do makeup with it, but you can add a little bit of extra dimensionality with that. If you want to add jewels or gems or fake lashes or anything like that, feel free. Go crazy. Just use your imagination. I think this is probably one of the most fun projects. I enjoy seeing what people come up with every year. So yeah, have fun.